Okay, well, it's time for the big fella to come on down. We've got Bruce here, the tree lopper. You can hear that chainsaw in the background. He's about to get started on bringing this tree down. she goes. Nice work. That's a hell of a crack when it comes down. That's a hell of a crack when it comes down. Yeah. Beautiful. Well, that was pretty damn impressive when that tree came down. I got to admit, when that first crack happened, it gave me chills. It literally made my skin crawl, and when it hit the ground, you could feel it just rumble under your feet. Sounded like a explosion had happened. It just echoed right down the valley down there behind me. The guys were working up on the hill. They heard it. Yeah, that is one big tree. And in a minute, I'll jump up on it, so you can just basically have something to gauge the scale of it. I'll get up there and you realize just how big that sucker is. It's going to take a while to clean it all up, but there's some really good timber in that. There'll be a little bit of firewood. There'll be some timber slabs that I'll cut out of it, and you know, the rest will probably ended up being for a bonfire one night. All of the little twiggy bits and the leaves and that sort of thing. But most of that's going to go to very good use. Just want to address one thing. A few people have been worried about the fact that I'm working up here by myself and I often don't have mobile reception. I do have one of these. This is a personal EPIRB device. Emergency Positioning Indicator Radio Beacon, I think it stands for. Basically, it's a personal location beacon. If I get in strife, I'm still conscious of course, I can flick this up, hit the button, and that'll send a signal via satellite to AMSA, Australian Maritime Safety Authority, up in Canberra. I know it's not maritime, but they run these beacons. It'll put a signal out straight away, and then they can send out a search party to come and find me, and they'll know exactly what my position is too, because it gives the position. So with one of those EPIRBs, and I mean, I won't just use that here on the block. When I'm going out hiking and stuff, or out fishing or whatever, I'll carry that with me from now on. I think it's a very smart idea. I know a few guys that do use one. It's just that little insurance policy. Better to have it and not need it than the other way around, I reckon. So yeah, always got that in my top pocket. Let's go and jump up on this tree. That's one huge tree. Well, that wasn't a bad afternoon's work. Probably about 3.5 hours. And as you can see, I've managed to clear off pretty much everything down one side of that tree. Still the top and the other side to go, but I reckon another full day and I should have all that done. Getting quite a good pile down the end there for the bonfire, and getting some of my other firewood stacks building up now. But that's it for today. It's pretty warm out here today, so I think I'm going to take an early mark and go and grab a drink. I'll be back tomorrow. So I'm basically sorting this out into 3 piles at the moment. There's a fair few really good dead pieces in there that I can use as firewood straight away. Then there's the thicker pieces that are still green, but not thick enough to slab up or anything. So I'm putting them over to the side. They can season for a year or two and there'll be firewood then. And then there's just all of this leafy, spindly stuff on the end. I'm piling that down the back into one big pile. I got my sister and my cousin and their partners coming down in a couple of months for a visit, and I'm thinking we might have a big bonfire. So all that spindly stuff, all the leaves will end up down there as the bonfire pile. But there's a lot of work to do, a lot more to get done, so I better crack on with it. Well, we're taking a break today, and so we decided to head to Deloraine. That's about an hour from where we are. There's a goat show happening, so we thought we'd come and have a look at some goats. So we thought we'd bring you along, and let's go and have a look at some more goats, see what they've got on offer.
Very strong animal, plenty of deck, lovely wide front, throwing when you go kids and you've got, and very well put together.
And stubborn.
Well, how cute were those goats, hey? We've just headed up the road to a little place called Elizabethtown. There's a bakery up here. It's called ETC, Elizabethtown Bakery and Cafe, just here in the background. It was recommended to us to stop. We just had a beautiful lunch in there. Really nice food, great scenery, and it's exactly halfway between Launceston and Devonport, so it's a great place to stop off if you're heading between the two towns and grab a bite to eat, and they're licensed. And then from here we're going to head down to Sheffield, take a look around Sheffield, just killing a bit of time, and then heading a little bit further down the road from Sheffield to pick up an IBC, one of those 1,000-litre water tanks that we're going to need up on the block. We'll do all that on our way home. We're just here in Sheffield, and down at the park they actually have all of the mural winners. Sheffield is the town of murals, and they have a competition every year, and then the winning murals get put up in the park undercover, and there they stay. So I guess that's one incentive to be the winner: immortality.